Good morning, class. How are you today? All right. For today's discussion, we will tackle about global climate phenomenon. To begin with, this is our content standard and your performance standard. For today's lesson, the learning competency is you are going to describe certain climatic phenomena that occur on a global level. And we have three objectives. At least at the end of our session, you will be able to, first, identify factors that cause climate change. Second, explain how greenhouse gases trap heat. And third, demonstrate how closed spaces trap heat using available materials. So are you ready? Alright, let's do the first task. This task is called word search. Direction. Find the words below and encircle it. Words are arranged in horizontal, vertical, and/or diagonal way. So I am going to post this box and you are going to find these 9 words. The greenhouse, heat, earth, temperature, sunlight, ozone, methane, atmosphere, and radiation. So remember class, you can find it either in horizontal, vertical, or in diagonal way. So you have 8 minutes to perform this task. And now, let's see the words. Who wants to answer the first word? Okay, very good. That's the greenhouse. How about the second word? Atmosphere. Nice one. And yes, we have here earth. Who can try another word? Temperature. Very good. Yes, we have methane, heat. Another one. Yes, we have ozone. And that is right, radiation. How about our last word? Yes, we have sunlight. Good job, class. Let's have 5 claps for your participation. Are you ready for your second task? It is called, What's the meaning of this? Direction. Match the words inside the rectangle to its corresponding descriptions. So these words are greenhouse, heat, earth, temperature, and sunlight. So you are going to match what is the correct descriptions of these 5 words. Okay, you have 7 minutes to do this task. Time. And now let's reveal the answer. Who wants to answer for the greenhouse? Correct. Greenhouse is a building with glass walls and glass roof. Next word. Heat. What's the correct description of heat? Very good. Heat is the form of energy that is transferred between systems or objects with different temperatures. The third word. What is temperature? Yes, that is right. Temperature is a degree of hotness or coldness measured on a definite scale. And the fourth word we have sunlight. So what is sunlight? Correct. Sunlight is a portion of electromagnetic radiation given off by the sun. And our last word is Earth. Of course, Earth is the third planet from the sun and the only astronomical object known to harbor life. Good job, everyone! Now, I have a question. Do you want to be a hero of humanity? Yes, let's join together in learning one of the major causes of climate change, which is called the greenhouse effect. Now, we will have this activity which is entitled It's Getting Hot in Here. So the objectives of this activity: first, you are going to demonstrate how closed spaces trap heat. And the second one, explain how greenhouse gases trap heat. So the materials are, we have a small glass tank or an aquarium with thin walls. Or if you don't have an aquarium, you can use a shoebox. Second, we have 2 laboratory thermometers with covers set up. And the last one, of course, we have sunlight. So you are going to perform this outside. So the procedure: place the tank or aquarium on the surface with thermometer inside. Position the thermometer so that you can read the marking. So refer to figure 8.1. So here's the aquarium, and inside you're going to put the first thermometer. Make sure that you can read the markings of the thermometer. Second, place another thermometer just outside the tank or aquarium. So here's the second thermometer. You are going to place it outside the aquarium. And of course, you are going to expose the setup to sunlight. Take the temperature every 2 minutes over a period of 20 minutes. Record your data in table 8.1. So I have given you your activity sheets. So in your activity sheets, here's the table temperature reading. So every 2 minutes, you are going to measure the temperature inside the aquarium and outside the aquarium. Attached in your activity sheets is the rubric on how are you going to be graded. And of course, remember, this is group activity. So teamwork is very important. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. So after doing that, you are going to construct a line graph to present your data. So in your line graph, there must be the data in the time from 2 to 20 minutes, and of course, the temperature inside the aquarium and another temperature outside the aquarium. After that, answer the guide questions. So we have the first question: which thermometer shows a faster rise in temperature? Second, what happened to the temperature inside the aquarium? Third, how does the wall of the aquarium relate to greenhouse gases? Remember class, these greenhouse gases are already tackled in your elementary science. And the last question, what traps heat in the atmosphere? Okay, so are you ready? You have 20 minutes to perform the activity. Time's up. Now, I want every reporter of every group to report their answer in front of the class. Very good. Let's give 5 claps to all the reporters. And now, let's reveal the correct answer. Which thermometer shows a faster rise in temperature? All of you got the correct answer. The thermometer inside the aquarium. How about the second question? What happened to the temperature inside the aquarium? Correct. The heat is trapped inside the aquarium. And the third question? How does the wall of the aquarium relate to greenhouse gases? You have different answer but with the same thought. And the correct answer is The wall of the aquarium prevents heat from flowing out of the aquarium. In the same manner, the greenhouse gases absorb heat and keep it from flowing out of the atmosphere. And the fourth one, what traps heat in the atmosphere? Of course, the greenhouse gases. Very good, class. Okay, class. The thermometer reading inside the tank went up faster than the thermometer reading outside the tank. Why is it so that the thermometer inside the tank has higher temperature compared to the thermometer outside the tank? This was due to the temperature that was rising in the container. Okay, for example, this is our container or the aquarium. The rising of the temperature resulted from keeping the heat from flowing. So in the aquarium, we have one thermometer, and the heat coming from the sun was absorbed. And now, the heat that was inside the container was being trapped. That is because of the walls of the aquarium. Thermal radiation coming from the sun was absorbed by the air inside the tank. The wall of the tank kept the warm air from flowing out, causing its temperature to rise as it continued to absorb heat from sunlight. That is why there is higher temperature inside the aquarium. Outside the tank, air warmed by sunlight can interact with the surrounding cooler air. This allowed heat to flow from warm air to cooler air through convection and kept the temperature from rising as fast as that of the air inside the tank. So that's the reason behind why the temperature outside the tank is lower compared to the temperature inside the tank. So this activity, it illustrates the greenhouse effect that's happening in the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, for further discussion, solar radiation warms the Earth as its energy is absorbed by the atmosphere. Again, where is this solar radiation coming from? Very good, it's from the sun. In the atmosphere, there are greenhouse gases present. So these include the water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. These are examples of greenhouse gases. These greenhouse gases, they prevent heat from escaping the Earth, thus making Earth's temperature higher, just like in the activity. So refer to figure 8.2 rather. So in figure 8.2, it shows the greenhouse gases. So we have there the carbon dioxide, methane, the chlorofluorocarbons or the CFCs, ozone, and the nitrous oxide. So all these greenhouse gases, they absorb heat, although some just absorb more than others. Thus, assuming solar radiation is constant, the average atmospheric temperature depends on the mix of gases. So if there is more greenhouse gases, it also means that there is an increase in temperature. More greenhouse gases in the atmosphere mean that the equilibrium temperature will be higher as these gases absorb more heat. This will result in the increase of global temperature. So that's it. That's what we are experiencing right now. There is an increase in global temperature. Less greenhouse gas means lower temperature. So they are directly proportional. Mankind evolved under conditions of a specific mix of gases in the atmosphere and thrived under these conditions. If the mix of gases in the atmosphere were altered considerably, the Earth's temperature would change significantly, and we will be faced with the new conditions that we are not used to, which we'll have to somehow adapt to, or sad to say, we will face extinction. extinction. I hope it will not happen. Areas that are found in temperate regions may have shorter winters. Countries that are found in tropical regions may have longer and drier summers. So we in the Philippines, we are a tropical country. So possibly we can experience these longer and drier summers. Glaciers that cover land will melt, which will result in the rise of sea level. So as you can see in the news, there is an increase of the sea level. So that is due to the melting of the glaciers. To understand deeper about these greenhouse gases and what is this greenhouse effect, please watch this video and take note of the important concepts.
La 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 la.
Aha!
Who can give the key concepts that you learned from the video? That is right. So to sum up, here's the key concepts. First, kindly read. The sun's rays warm the earth. Of course, sun is the major source of heat. And the second concept, a part of reflected rays is trapped by greenhouse gases. These trapped radiations of the sun warm the earth. So that's the reason why earth is warm. If there were no greenhouse gases to trap the sun's radiation, the earth would be a very cold place where we would not survive. So greenhouse gases is also important. And the last concept, the trapping of heat to keep the earth warm is called greenhouse effect. So that is the greenhouse effect. It keeps the earth warm through these greenhouse gases. But if there is too many greenhouse gases, what will happen? Alright, it can cause, very good, climate change. And we will discuss further the climate change on our next topic. For now, we will have an evaluation. So read the questions carefully and write the letter of the best answer. Listening class, and thank you for your active participation. Have a good day.